Okay, I'm gonna go in a couple things here, guys. Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm gonna recap what's working for me. And we had a friend come over yesterday, and you guys, I've definitely lost weight. I've dropped down. I'm wearing medium-sized shirts. This shirt I'm wearing now is a little loose, but I couldn't fit it before, and so it's nice. I'm going through my entire wardrobe. My son Titan's getting a bunch of things. So I'm just going to tell you what I do. And I went over last night. You guys, I do things that I've always enjoyed doing. I might work really late, and I might, I've always had things in my habits that I was told was bad for my diet. And that's why I was always, overweight. But with this incredible product line, the Brain, the Youth, the Plus, and Zleam, you guys, I have been able to maintain my lifestyle that I have and lost the weight. Sleep, I sleep deep. I didn't know I needed help with sleep. You guys, it's been amazing. But I take Youth first thing in the morning. We all have our routines. My routine starts with the dogs. I got to take the dogs out. So I take the dogs out right by their dog food. I take them out and feed them in the morning. My Youth is right there. And so I pop a Youth, and then I wait about 10 minutes or so. Then I have my vitamins that I take. I have a pretty good regimen of vitamins that I've always taken. And I take my vitamins, and then I take usually I'm in a Plus. And if Tammy and I are talking or going through stuff and we're not doing coffee, I didn't start the coffee today, but I didn't have my Plus yet, but then I'm gonna have my Plus. I just had it now. It's 9 in the morning. I will have a Brain within the hour, and I'll have 2 to 6 throughout the day, depending on how much I'm doing. Right? If I'm riding a lot, I'm gonna pop a lot more Brains. I want to keep the mojo going. I take the Zleam 30 minutes before I go to bed, and you guys, that's what I do. Because I eat cat probably 4 or 5 meals out of the week in the morning. Not every morning. Sundays, Tanya and I, do something else, and it might be bagels. It might be go out to breakfast. I might get a Monte Cristo. I'm not changing my habits, other than the cat made a lot of sense. I did add the cat in. Thank you, Richard. But other than that, for the breakfast, like lunch, I might have, a chili dog or a hamburger, or, sometimes I do a chicken salad or a chicken Caesar. Sure, I try to do the protein. And then, at night, we have our calls, and usually we eat around 5 or 6. And then I'm working late. I might have another second dinner, which is like a 10 or 11. I'm not changing my lifestyle. The products are dictating things. You guys, I don't eat big portions anymore, because I noticed that, especially with the Brain, I just ate less. Right? The Youth, I eat less. And then the Plus, it curbs your appetite. And the reason why, I have to set an alarm almost to make sure I eat lunch. Because if I have the Plus at 9, I'm not hungry, and I'm starving by 3, starving. So I'm just telling you guys what I do. This is every day. And it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen the first month. Didn't happen the second month. And then it gradually, about 4 or 5 months in, I just started shrinking. And I'm letting you guys all know this. That's the expectation, and I just keep taking it. It's been 2 years on the Brain. 2 years in July for me. I think we launched in August 2 years ago. And so everybody's coming on their 2-year Vellaversary, however you can call it, 2 years in that. And obviously it's doing wonderful things, but I am really happy we made this choice for myself, especially because, I love how I look. I haven't been this slim in a long, long time. And I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing with it. But you guys, I'm living, right? We had friends over, so we went through 4 bottles of wine in the course of, 6 o'clock to 2 a.m., right? And I like to have times like that. Great conversation, great things going on. I was eating my chocolate, and I don't worry about it. I'm not thinking, oh, well, I'm going to gain 5 more pounds. I just know that if I keep on the regimen with the products, I can have the life I like. I can enjoy my foods, my wines. I can enjoy my cocktails even, and not worry about being 500 pounds. And that you guys is just awesome. And all right, so I'm going to put that out there. You guys have heard it. You guys have heard me. I've been putting it out for a while. It hasn't changed. It's turned into a truth for me. All right. We're going to talk about a very big topic again. Stacy, you worked on the EMF last week.
Yes.
I need to see your page. Can we pull that up?
I haven't finished my page. I was putting everything.
I'm okay with that. I want to see where you gotten to on it. And the reason, for two reasons. One, Stacy's come a long way, you guys. There's a lot of new people and writing's tough. Stacy didn't like this at first. In fact, it was like pulling out fingernails to get her to actually get her PBS going. True story. You
guys bribed me saying, if you do this page, you can do another spreadsheet.
Pretty much. You guys, we had to like write it. And I just want you guys to understand, it's, we get our own way, but once you get this down, man, it really empowers things. And so, Emilio, you are dressed for success today, my friend.
Told you, brown nosing shirt.
I knew he'd notice that shirt eventually.
I actually noticed it right away and now I'm thinking, I don't have one like that. That's cool.
All right, so you want me to share screen or send you my link?
No, share the screen.
Okay, because I did put on your sheet, on the headlines thing, I put Stacy's efforts and then everything underneath it.
Yeah, I just want to see, yeah, I like this. Okay, so we're working on that. Okay, and that's on the sheet. All right, so I'm gonna go there really quick. So we're getting some knowledge on this. I'm gonna, I have a circle of, I guess I call a circle of friends that's really into the energy life and the EMF stuff. And I've been literally like discussing it, been part of it for decades. And, I got various crystals around my house. I really have a nice, I like them. I like how they make me feel. I have crystals right by my computer.
Yep.
Certain ones. I'm grabbing a few. Malik likes to hide these. I got the amethyst. I got two things of amethyst, and I have a worry one, like when I'm thinking. I really want to open things up. And this is obsidian, which is a heavy rock. I keep it in a perfect triangle thing just to power it up, if that makes sense. And I like how I feel when it's around me. I just do. And so, in my salt lamp, I have a salt lamp here. I've been into that type of stuff. I figure, grounding with the earth, all that stuff makes a lot of sense. And when you wear something or have something on your body, on the back of my, where's my big, those stickers we get, from the EMF stuff that we have. But you guys, it is a major awakening with people realizing this. And when the 5G came out and they're showing what it does under the microscope and what it can do to cells and how it can modify things because of the frequency that it is, it's somewhat concerning. And the more you understand it, it does create, wow, what's the word? I'm going to say fear, but it's one of those things like, I think people rather not face it, not know, because it's invisible. If I don't know about it, I don't need to deal with it. And so it creates an ignorance. There's a word for it. And it's basically where, ignorance is bliss mentality, where really ignorance is going to be deadly. And we've got access to technologies and ways to help prevent that. So I look at it as well, if I can add this stuff around here, put stickers on my computers, wear something on my body that can help prevent this, and surround my loved ones, and especially children as they're learning and thriving and trying to grow and develop. And I'm thinking around my computer because like I'm literally sitting around 3 computers right here. I've been in server houses a lot of my life, and I've been around a lot of radiation. But I've always tried to keep some type of a grounding situation on me. And when we're in electrical shock can create a havoc or problem, blow out a circuit board. And so we would wear grounding wrists while we were in the server rooms. So literally, if you guys have ever been in a high-powered room or a high-powered server room, and there's not a lot of need unless you're in a profession for that, but you walk in and I literally, our room, we'd walk in, you weren't allowed to wear socks, and you had to wear special shoes that didn't conduct, or you just wore socks in there. You had to take your shoes off. And then you come in there, totally clean room, right? Like totally clean. You sit down, and before you touch anything, you sit in the chair and you put a grounding wrist on. And then you can go to work. And you have to take the one, and it's just something we did. And we even had them where they were up on there's a plastic like rail, so we could walk around the room with that wrist on. And it was all just to keep static electricity and stuff in there. And I actually think that was really good because I was grounding my body out too from all that, electrical radiation and charge. And the more I understood electronics and comparing our bodies, because we are an electrical system, we have current going through us all the time, never no current, right? Currents are running our heart, right? It's electricity and pulse. I'm just going basics, right? Not a doctor, never even studied the doctor side of things, but just, human anatomy and understanding more about our bodies. We are current. So and if you ever watch like a electrical, I was going to say, like they have like documentaries and they show how the progress, and then they talk about resistors. And I'm just going to put like, if you don't know what a resistor is, it's in a lot of our stuff. They used to be really big. I used to blow them up in electronics class. Because and they made a fun noise and they stuck, right? And we would always do it like the last 3 minutes of class so that the class behind us would get it, right? Because it was like an ongoing thing. And I say ongoing, I push the envelope. We did it every day. And they were like, always complaining about, oh yeah, we're like, yeah, it stinks in here. We did it. We did the stink and left and then did it every day. But our bodies have resistors, right? We're like a moving resistor. And you think about it, so resistors help store electricity, regulate electricity, because there's spikes in the way that it goes, and it's never a consistent voltage. And so you want consistent voltage, so they utilize resistors and other components to stabilize it. Our bodies do the same thing, right? And if we create, and you guys, you can grind your feet and create a shock and a charge. That should tell you something, right? Depending on the carpet you're on, wood floors are great to help ground. Wood's a great grounding, but you can, it's in our bodies. And you think about it, just in everyday living, take away all electronics, we're having voltage go through us. Now we add all these towers, all these electronics around us, right? More and more and more of them, right? At any given point, there could be 20 cell phones in this house. 20 cell phones, all emitting frequencies, right? In our case, they're all 5G now. I mean, and that's tablets, and then you got the Wi-Fi coming through. We've got multiple Wi-Fi's coming through, and then between the neighbors and everything else, all of it's adding up. And your body's absorbing things because we're a frequency magnet, right? And we're going to be storing that. So I've noticed in my life, if I feel very tense, right, and you want to stay calm, but I feel like I'm tense, you can feel it. I just go run out in the backyard. Usually I'm chasing Malik now, but barefoot. There's a grounding that happens when you touch earth. This is why it's so awesome to walk on the beach. That sand, you're grounding with Mother Earth, right? And so I've always done stuff like that and try to have a connection with this. But more and more, we're wearing shoes. They're like a buffer. They're not releasing, they're not grounding us. If anything, they're insulating us from grounding. So some advice from Rory today, just throwing it out with love. Walk around barefoot on the earth, right? And I'm not talking like on cement. I'm talking like earth, stone, gravel even, but the grass feels great if you got good grass. I don't know about that Texas grass, Stacy. Sometimes that stuff is like brutal.
Well, I was just going to say, you saw what was in my pool. That had to walk through the grass to get into the pool.
Yeah.
True. We don't go barefoot here.
And Florida grass is interesting too, depending where you're at. That Everglade grass is interesting. We have Kentucky blue here, and it's soft. Like, it's awesome. So just putting that out there, you guys, and ground. If you're ever feeling like really stressed, a lot of anxiety, just grab that cup of coffee, Head outside and just, walk on the earth, right? Those of us that have pets have a reason to go outside all the time. We have an excuse, but barefoot. Okay. That being said, we got EMF protection to cover, and we want to go into how we do marketing. And I wanted to turn this into kind of a marketing master class because this is a very interesting topic. It's one that is trending. What that means is people are seeing it. There's more and more searches now than there ever have been. We want to get in front of that, okay? This could be one of those things that just turns into like another anchor benefit for us. And so I want to treat it like an anchor as far as marketing it out there and writing knowledge about it. This is also one of those things, and Stacy, and I was putting the bullet points and stuff together, do not get hyper technical about it. Marketing is about the benefits, right? Proper marketing, remember, we want to do proper marketing. Marketing done right makes sales order taking. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking. Marketing done properly makes sales order taking, meaning people will buy because it makes sense. And I'm really working on a presentation direction with this, and I'm working on it, and I'm going to work on a video because I think a video presentation for the EMF is going to help market it better too. Meanwhile, we're going to do the verbiage so we can start working on keywords, working on that direction. And we want to make sure when we're spelling out, we are using easy to understand terms. Easy. And it almost going to go too easy, right? And doing a technical point of it, or sharing all that and briefing where they can get further knowledge, great. We're studying things on communication, and some people don't need they don't need all the details, right? They don't need to know all the features. They just need to know the benefits. What's in it for me? What problems to solve? Is that enough for me to solve it? Perfect. We got to handle every objection or question they could have about it. But it's also it's knowledge that we want to portray, and it's also going to be an ascension marketing situation too. People are going to see things, hear things. We've got a solution to this problem, so we want to explain what the problem is and explain that we have the solution, and then just say it in basic terms. So I'm gonna give a stab at it. I want you guys to understand that this is something that I have not perfected on the marketing, and so we're going to be, doing this together. And I wanted to turn this again like into a marketing masterclass. We're going to get as much done of it as we can today. I'm hoping I get a write-up on it. I wanted to cover some philosophy on it, but also it doesn't need to be complicated. We can do basic and be fine. And so I'm going to write with you guys and show you guys how we do this. And then I'll put a heads up next week. It's time. It's time for me to do an entire marathon on building a PBS from brand new all the way to where it's going to be ready for Google AdSense, from start to finish in one day. The last time I did it, we did it in 16 hours. We've removed and modified, edited some stuff out of there. I'm going to add one page, hopefully, because with this EMF stuff, we want to really put that out there and have that be a main component. And I'm just going to make sure I'm cleaning up the page. So I'll be working with Home with Tanya today, which is the main template for our standard students. And we're going to get that up there, but you guys, we're going to be making, that will be the new template that'll go out to the students. I'm hoping I can get it done before Monday, and then Matt will be using that going forward. And then next Saturday, I'm going to be doing one. Now my sites are already done, right? They're already with Google. So we're going to figure out whose site am I going to build? Whose site am I going to build? And so it's August 20th. And we'll put a message out with the MSIs. I need another spreadsheet. And anyone that is new to RRR247 from July 20th, I'll do a date, July 20th. So a month ago till recent, that's in both anchors and is going to Dallas. In both anchors going to Dallas. Let's go from July 1st. July 1st, until present, and we'll figure out who they are. First thing, they have to be there at 9 a.m. on Saturday. So the first thing we're going to do is decide whose that's going to be, and it needs to be a brand new system. So if they've done some work, they can save it for later to add it, so they can back it up. But I need to restore it to brand new. So I'll see if Matt can be available for that, or hopefully, yeah, maybe we're gonna have to pick it out sooner. Now I like the 9 a.m. thing. That's early for Matt, but yeah, because it's got to be a brand new setup. So if we'll go over it in the running. I'll see what Matt can do for me. I'll work on a backup plan if we need to, but that's what we'll do. So get the word out. We'll cover it before. Let your people know, right? And if they yeah, let's do that. So they gotta be going to Dallas. They got their ticket for Dallas in both anchors. Okay. If they are brand new from today until Saturday, right? 2 entries. They get a double chance from today forward. So anybody brand new. And maybe we should go back. See, so July 1 forward, and then let's do today forward. Today forward. So anybody that qualifies at that period. So if they came in January or July 1 and they upgrade, whoever is already set gets 1 entry. Anybody that jumps in and gets both and gets a ticket to go from today till next gets 2 entries. We'll put them on the spreadsheet, and then we'll let the system pick the number on that spreadsheet. We can even sort it by phone number or something. We'll have fun with it. We'll mix it up good. I like that better than drawing from a hat. Okay. Give me a second here. I'm pulling this up.
Do we already have a spreadsheet for that, or do you want one of us to create one?
I don't think we have one. So yes,
Right.
create one.
I'm on it, and I'll share it with you, Stacy and Linda. And
All right, getting this set up. Okay. All right. Share my screen. Let's get to building. Now, I'm logged into home with Tanya. I'm going to come up here and customize just because we all start with this, but it says it sounds a little shoppy. So I just want to make sure. I'm just going to modify that mainly because I want to benchmark. So instructors, if we see home of the best online finds, we know that they are on the newest version. And that'll keep this easy because we're going to have a new version starting Monday because I'm adding this page in and I'm making a couple other modifications, but I'll do those later. But right now we're going to add the new page. So I did that. All right, so new page. I'm gonna go to the health and fitness area here. I'm gonna open a new tab. I'm gonna do an all things health and fitness. I'm gonna change it here. I'm gonna change it here. I'm gonna create a new page here. So this is how I add a new page, and then I'm gonna add to a category. All right. So I started writing one on another system, on my Rory 3 system. I'll get back to that. But I was thinking, like, man, this has got to be basic. Like, we don't need to get complex. People will get lost in the details. So when I'm marketing, I'm going to go the easy benefits, and then we can add to there. You know, we're going to be getting this out there, getting keyword searches. I'm going to be working on a presentation at some point. I think a video presentation with the right chronology, the right presentation points is going to help us move the needle on moving these products, but also getting the awareness out there, all of which help us building traffic and it helps towards the goals that we have with our PBSs. So EMF protection is a really good keyword. And I'm going to show you some stuff that's on there. Let me actually go pull up the ad headlines and see EMF. We put it somewhere. Right there.
Yeah. I put a whole bunch of keywords in there, Rory.
Yeah, because you're awesome, because you get it. and you know, and protect from EMF. I think that's what I was going off on the other one, but I'm just going to show you some stuff on Google searches. If you just type EMF protection comes up there, EMF reader, radiation, but EMF protection, and I think that's the focus I'm going to write on. And there's all sorts of devices for sale. There's ads that are here. You know, it's a hot item when it's got, you know, 15 million results and there's ads on the top, ads on the bottom. People are paying for this. We know it's trendy, right? This isn't before a trend. The trends are already happening. It's been happening for a while, okay? And this is delivered in 2 to 7 business days. And, you know, we've got a great partner in Instant Cash Network Direct. Did I put that in my link in here? I did. So that's, and I'm going to track that based on protect. So I'm using, you know, EMF protection on this page on the right, which will be a starting page for most people. So EMF protection, and I'll copy this link because that's what I'm going to be using. I put use before, otherwise it doesn't embed thing, and I want to embed. and EMF protection. Get the page set. Electro, hold on.
Motive.
Thank you.
That sheet started, it's in the MSI admin folder.
Oh, do you want to move it to the electromagnetic force right here? Okay, I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And then I'm going to come here to edit page on health and fitness. And then if you change one, you got to change the other one. Yeah, if you do health and fitness, you got to do all things health and fitness. And I'm going to go ahead and add it to the drop down. All right, so headline heading 3. And then hyperlink, right? So I already have a page. I got 2 of them now. So I sometimes forget that I write stuff, or now I'm starting to want. I already made a page. I'm making another one. I'm gonna laugh at myself. So I already have this EMF protection page here. We all have one to modify. That is hilarious. I'm gonna still build another page though. So I'm gonna edit that page. I had a page built and it wasn't in the. So you guys, this must have been. I don't even remember when I did this. But that's good. We got some images to fix. And I do bring in the biohacking stuff on here. So I guess I have a page for you guys that's not indexed, which is interesting. I think that's some spacing. Okay, that's great. All right, so we go back to this. I'm gonna copy that. And we're orange, so I gotta fix that. I'm gonna come over here. Heading 3. And this one's green, so I'm gonna leave this page alone. This is the all things. And I'm gonna go back to the main WordPress. I'm gonna go to appearance and I'm gonna go to menus. And I think EMF is one that's really strong. So I do want to add that to my menu. Health and fitness has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's a lot. I am going to take. No, I like, they're all, I'm going to leave those alone. So I have a page built. I'm reading it really quick. I'm going to put this in the chat so you guys have it. And interesting. This is EMF protection. So I'm gonna make this protect from EMF. We'll change it up a little bit. I'm gonna update. I'm gonna grab my link, copy it. I'm gonna hyperlink here. Bold, oops, bold, hyperlink, paste that, open a new tab and apply. Now I don't need this. Well, let me delete. Electro. Was gonna grab that whole thing. I envision a picture here. I don't have it yet. Um, and I'm doing these 2 pages. I think this is something we can add to another category. We have some weak categories, and it's just because we've taken things out. We haven't replaced them yet. And you know, we got the beauty and cosmetics. There's some things in here I'm probably gonna clean up, like as much as possible for the new students, so it's easier to get going. You know, every page they don't have to write takes a little bit of time off there to get Google AdSense to get to that milestone. And but I'm also come down here and like let's see, search smart miner. I'm going to change the menu on this one a little bit. You guys are seeing some stuff done. I got 10 minutes. I want to have at least 2 in each one. Yeah, I'm seeing some stuff I got to clean up, but EMF protection, and then under software and services, let's see, self-growth and personal growth. I think that's where I'm going to put the other page, the EMF, not EMF protection, but the protect from EMF. So I am going to create 2 pages for this. And there we go. I have EMF protection already here under software services. So I guess we have been modifying those pages, and that's great. I'm going to leave it on the menu there. I'm going to take it off this though. Okay, that's saved. I'm going to go back to my my page here. But I'm gonna, obviously, you guys know what I'm doing here. This is gonna be an internal link, which is always good to have. And I'm going to continue to write that. So I want to have the 2 pages. That'll be 2 different keywords, EMF protection and protect from EMF. What I'm going to show you on protect from EMF, I'm going to go back to Google. There's so many different keywords that come up. And you can tell, like, if you look how many ads. I mean, this is key points to consider. These are some good things to add. I mean, there's so much that's there, right? See the tinfoil on your heads, you know, some of us were not that crazy, right? I mean, there's just, yeah, I know people that actually put their cell phones in their microwave ovens. They don't turn it on. They just put them in there while they sleep, right? That's the MP. It's just an area of concern, and it's also, I mean, this has 5 million results. EMF protection has 15 million, but look at the ads, and there's different products and stuff that are out there, so we can see it. I mean, this one right here, I was looking at, because it comes up here as this live tune, and it shows your brain. There's some, I mean, you see all the stuff, you can see it, like that there's tech solutions out there. We have our own, but it's, you know, we're not first to market. It's been out for a long time, really. It's just getting more and more aware, which makes it easier to market, but also means, you know, we got a lot of work to do on the keywords and everything else, right? This is for a room. It's pretty interesting. So these are what I would probably consider like the competition to write and see what they do, see how they do things. This kind of like look at, but it's becoming more and more aware. That's just my point. And you know, we want to be where things are trending, right? We don't want to just stay in our little warm areas. We want to keep reaching out, right? We're marketers. We get to push the envelope, right? We get to try different things. And I really, really know, like I can just feel it, that this is a trend we have to be on. And it's something we want to focus on there as we go out there. Now, there's interesting things about what this technology does, and it's all good. There's like no harm that this EMF protection technology does. And it's funny to me because when I'm gonna come down to this again, and I'm gonna work on these pages. So we're at the top of the hour. Home with Tanya is going to have this. All the new students will have this page. They're going to have 2 pages on it. I'm going to hit it with a couple different angles. I forgot that I put it on here. I'm actually really happy that that's been on Home with Tanya. You know, a lot of things I set and forget. This was definitely one that I set it and forgot it. There's it's you know, we got all these, and we have like the Restore My Spectrum, right, partnership. And there's all sorts of stuff in here, right? Apparel and everything. It's here. You know, jewelry and different things, you know, to charge, put stuff in there. I mean, we have a great little line here. And you know, it's definitely something I can see us broadening even more. But you know, we've got solutions, and we've got multiple solutions possibly, right? So we want to like really, you know, go on this. And I just want everybody right now focus on information on this, focus on knowledge and writing pages, and we're going to be working on keywords. And the thing about this, what I like about Restore My Spectrum is we can focus on any one of these to have their own article or offer page built. EMF protection's one area here, right? It's one area. And the others are crystals and, why they do combine and go through stuff. What I like though is, even when I was doing my work with like in scouting, copper and copper jewelry has always been something that people, believed into for grounding. And that was before cell phones, right? I mean, I learned about that long before there was a cell phone. I don't even think there was pagers out. And as the world is evolving in technology and we're creating more and more frequencies that they're literally going through our body, right? It's making more and more sense. And, so, having a copper, I mean, they have those copper socks to help with compression. I mean, this knowledge is everything, right? The earth is giving, God's given us so many things if we understand it and use it to protect ourselves, even from things that are coming in the future that obviously someone knew about, right? It's amazing to me how some, I guess, knowledge and passed down knowledge is still valid today, if not more valid today than it was, circa, 1960, because look what's come out, right? I mean, when the microwave is running and the radiation coming out of that, I mean, there's so many things that create radiation, and it's this EMF, and it's at some point, like, how much is too much for our body to handle? What's the effect of that, And if you're not grounding out on a regular basis, you're charged up. And I think that's where a lot of anxiety, I think that's where a lot of stress that shouldn't be there comes in. And, we are these human beings, these carbon life forms, and we're all frequency, right? We're all a frequency. And so I think just being guarded on it and knowing what that is. But again, more and more people are getting, becoming awake to it all. It's a great trend to be in. And it also is going to be bringing in similar clients that are going to tune in to health and nutrition, right? And where all that goes in there. I also think that wearing these devices, having the stuff around us is going to make our products work better. Our body's going to absorb them better because it's not combating that. The stuff we don't see is what always hurts us, right? It's the stuff you can't see. You can't see EMF. You cannot see it unless you've got like a spectrum reader or something, or, an EMF reader. They have them, but I mean, you can't see it, right? We can't see it from the naked eye. So so different ways to write about that, push that out there. Definitely something we should be focusing on. I'm going to update this page on Home with Tanya. I'm glad I had that one page done. I've seen a lot of the other ones. We're going to keep driving on that, more on the keywords. We're not done with this topic. Again, next Saturday, I'm building out. So I'm going to make sure Home with Tanya is the exact perfect. I'm going to go through all the links, make sure that everything's operating properly. Again, I do this from time to time. And I'm going to be removing things on there that we are not going to take on in the near future so that it keeps it current. And we don't have students fixing pages that aren't going to benefit them for a while yet. So I'm going to let you guys know that's coming. Next Saturday is going to be intense. If those of you that don't have Google AdSense, next Saturday is your days to fix those pages, get some inspiration on it, modify things. You're going to learn. And those of you that think you know how to write, it's not going to hurt you to see me do it over and over again, different ways. I don't even know what mood I'll be in next week. I know I'll be full of brain. I know that I'll have them standing by. I know I'll do my routine like I usually do when I go to build. And I'm going to have it mapped out that entire day to get that done. And somebody is going to get a full creative display from Rory on there in PBS to go to market with. And I don't know who that's going to be. So we'll have fun with that. All right, I'll go ahead and stop this recording. Maybe.